Hi guys, it's Jamie here, and today I'm making a quick mini folio stroke journal in the new Peonies kit. I'm also adding to this cover paper a few of our Victorian background papers, which will be cutting to size, to make it more of a folio notebook, as I intend to gift mine to my mother for Mother's Day. First thing to do with this is the way you print it up is back to back, and the lines have already been put in for you for creating your spine. So all you need to do is grab a ruler and some tools, and then we just take it up on that crease. Use a bone folder or similar to sharpen that up, and the same on the other side. And now we have our book shape. I'm going to do a small rounding of my corners on the pages and also the cover. For staining purposes on this one, you can already see I've done a bit in advance. I'm actually going to use my Distress Ink Stormy Sky, which is a bluey grey. This will be done on every crease. We're going to take the spine and put some staining along that. Take it the other way and do it that side. You turn it round to do the inside cover, you're going to do the same thing, so you'll end up covering up those pale pink lines that have shown you where to score. With our pages, you're going to want 6. You should be able to get 2 from one printed sheet, and you want them double-sided. I've used the Pretty Vintage add-on to get this range of papers because I think it goes very nicely with the Peonies. The size you want each page to be is, in centimetres, your width will be 11.5, which in inches is 4.5, and then your depth or your length is 14, which in inches is 5.5. With 3 pages, you're going to score down the left hand side, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch or 1 centimetre. Going to score at 1/2 inch on 3 pages on the left hand side. With the other 3 pages, you're scoring on the right hand side. However, to make my life easier, if I feel that these have an upside and a downside, I'm going to turn them upside down. I don't think any of these papers do really, and do it on my left hand side, but I know that I'm going to be using this to the right. All you need to do on these pages is fold them. I might actually have blue on the outside, the page that you will see, and you're going to do that on every page. So make a decision as to how you want that to be seen in the journal. Because I've rounded the corners and stained my cover, I am going to do the same on my papers. Before I do that, actually, I will do one other thing, which is I'm going to cut the corners off these turns. I'm now at the stage that we're going to add our pages, and we're going to do them in order, which means we're actually starting with our bottom page for this side. And the way we're adding pages is we're simply going to line up along that edge, glue along our turn. You can get your bone folder, fold that in. Our next page is going to go directly on top of the one that we've just glued in. Line it up, final one. Go back through, make sure they're all down, and now we have 6 sides of writing space on this side. We do the same on this side. We go to the outside edge, glue along our fold point, and now you have the basis of a really cute notebook, which, like I say, I'm giving to my mum for Mother's Day. The next thing you get with the kit is obviously lots of things that you can decorate with that I've already cut out. We're going to start with doing something on this inside page because I never like seeing the hinges. I have some papers that match that front cover. I'm going to cut down and stain up so that we can cover those hinges. Cut these to match. I've rounded the corners with the same size corner rounder, and I've stained along the edges, which means that I can get as close as possible to that turn and line the inside. I know that my mum likes a notebook, so I'm not going to put too many fancy pockets and things like that on there. However, we do have some pockets ready made, and I may need to cut them down. I don't know how they're going to fit size wise. Well, they fit, but not quite where I would want them to fit, because I'd want them to fit centrally to that one. What I'm going to do is take off those bits that I've already inked, and then we're going to try to line everything up. I'm going to take one of my small fussy cuts and cut it down a bit more so that it will fit my pocket. I know that everything's got a white edge, but the bit that I've just done doesn't have a white edge. Therefore, I'm grabbing a paint pen and I'm going to put in a fake white edge. And that can now be attached to the pocket. Now you have to decide what you want to put in the pocket. There are extra pieces in your kit. However, I accidentally printed this piece of card with the same print both sides. Therefore, I'm going to cut this down to fit into the pocket and create two plain cards that you could write on. For the next few pages, now we've done that inner page, I'm going to use a combination of the fussy cuts and scraps to decorate. These are merely ideas for you. I think I'm going to put that one right in the center, and that will be the only thing going on this page. As you know, I don't like these hinges showing. I've inked up a piece of scrap. I'm going to stick that over the hinge to begin with. We can add something extra so that you have a writing area in the center of that, maybe. I don't know that I put that down particularly straight either. I'm not very good at putting things down straight. So let's have a look at how we can hide that with a fussy cut. Get this one down. And this is why I end up with highly decorated journals, because I'm hiding things all the time. Still got that edge there that's going to drive me slightly doolally. I might have to double layer it. It doesn't look too bad, and I could even make that a small tuck spot. To make it a tuck spot, all I'm going to do is put a bit of glue down the two long edges, go over that. I'm going to look for something that might fit into that as a tuck spot. Here we go. What we could do is back that with some card here. What do we have? We could do something along those lines, cut the edge off it and make it a pocket of some sort. I've inked the new edge, but what I will do to make it stronger as a pocket is I will put it onto here, this card, and recut it out. We have another hinge. That's the same paper. You could put that down. I could tear an interesting edge and then ink it. We can glue that in there. To put that on, I'm going to glue down that edge and that edge. That is going to need something to go in there. It does not have to be a card. What it could be is a spare piece of paper made into a booklet. So we could take one piece of paper, fold it over around the corners, edge all of that up, add a fussy cut, a cute little something for the journal there. We do have just these beautiful decorative panels. The only thing I'm possibly not happy about with the first part of this booklet is where I've added lots of weight everywhere. I haven't added any to this page. I'm just trying to see what could go on here to decorate that up. That's nice. Okay, that's our first, once you open it, our first few pages I think are done. So you can write on that one. That one's just decorative. Here you've got a little tuck spot. Here you've got a pocket and a booklet, decorative writing page, decorative area you can write on, and then that notelet. Might as well work from the inside out. Don't like that, obviously. That actually does cover that up, and I could add that as a pocket. We'll take another double-sided paper that can now sit in there. This kit has a huge amount of fussy cuts that can be used to decorate these booklets with. This side you've got the join again. We've got things like that. Turn it upside down. Brilliant. Okay, we shall just put a big flower over that then. I have a plain page. It would be nice if we've got the spare paper to add a writing area. If I'm decorating every page with something, that page will need something. See what we've got. Already got a square, and I might just add that at the bottom there. That's quite nice. Let's do that one down there. Had this remaining booklet. We're basically there. That final page decoration has gone on and been trimmed down. We'll do a little walkthrough so you can see what's been done in a minute. What I would also like to do is put the ribbon closure on. To do that, I'm going to use my Uhu glue. A lot of you use Fabri-Tac. It's basically the same thing. I'm not going to rely on glue to hold that. I'm also going to get some masking tape and pop that over. I'm also going to add the front cover, which I've already backed onto cream cardstock. To hold that in place, we'll end up with the glue, the masking tape, and then some cardboard and the cover. Normally what I do is throw a weight on this for a little while, and I'll do that while I cut the back cover. I was all ready to do the walkthrough video, and I realised I hadn't added the word mum. Now, we have it in both American and British. I'm British, and I think that may just fit inside that border there. And having added this, I now can't show this on my personal Facebook because you'll see it. Beautiful front cover, I think. Ribbon closure, open it out, and then either side you have your note sections and writing spaces and little tuck spots with card, a small notebook, a writing space, another writing space, and I call that a notelet. When we open it up this way, you have another matching pocket, a notelet, a writing space, another notebook, another writing space, my accidental upside down edition, which has now been covered with a fussy cut, another notebook, the second inside cover, and then when you close it, the back has a matching but smaller cover to hold that ribbon in place. And that is a small gift for my mum on Mother's Day. If you're interested in the two kits that I used for this, which was the peonies with all the fussy cuts and the words, and the pretty vintage paper pack, I will link those in the YouTube description, and I will see you next time.